Pastor-Rotimi-Adedokun. How you guys doing? It's another brand new day. God is good. Yesterday has gone. What you have today to produce a better tomorrow. I will say that again. Yesterday has gone. What you have is today, so you can produce a better you and a better tomorrow. Once again, this is Talktolife. Early morning unlimited inspiration with Pastor-Rotimi-Adedokun. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. I know it's tough to wake up in the morning and be listening. Yes. When I started the race of life, I was thinking it's a waste of time to learn. I was thinking it's a waste of time to add to the vocabulary of life. You know, we thank God for English vocabulary, the grammar. They are mathematics vocabulary. They are biology vocabulary. What I mean by vocabulary here, I'm talking about the jargons of life. So every investment to learn is not wasteful. It's a build-up stone, or call it brick, so you can have a home one day. So this morning again, September 13th in the year 2020, I'll be sharing with you another powerful subject matter. If you are right on, you feel like seeing me better, you can come to, come to Zoom. I'm right there on Zoom. I'm on my Facebook page and I'm on my Facebook profile. I'm on Instagram. I'm on YouTube. Wherever you are watching from, it does not matter. I just want somebody to connect and to connect and to connect. Live, it's about connection. Connection is a secret to your promotion. When you are rightly connected, you'll be easily promoted. Can somebody help us to write it down? When you are rightly connected, you'll be easily promoted. When you are rightly connected, you'll be easily promoted. When you are rightly connected, you'll be easily promoted. Can somebody help us to write it down? When you are rightly connected, you'll be easily promoted. August, September, year 2020, we are on the subject of house, or you call it house, family or household, however you want to put it. I'll be using both interchangeably, but I want you to know I mean the same thing. But before we proceed, like I said, when you are rightly connected, you'll be easily promoted. Please, I need that to be written. So, are you on Facebook and YouTube and you know you were here yesterday? The question is, what did you learn? Anybody learn anything? And another thing is that it's okay for me to come here and just show up, nobody say anything. This is, I want it to be contributional. I don't want it to just be a one-way communication. If you have anything that you've learned yesterday when I talk about mother, and maybe it got to you, I gave some people assignments yesterday that, hey, go and look for your mother and compensate her and take care of her. She's your mother anyway. Regardless of the situation at hand, she's still your mother. Don't allow somebody to tell you that your mother is a witch. She didn't kill you up to now. That means she's a good witch. Your mother is not just a person on the street. She is your mother. Like I said it's the first house that you cannot destroy. That's who your mother is. She's the first house that you cannot destroy. So I celebrate with you and I celebrate you this morning. So while we're getting ready, it's time for us to pray. Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you. We give you all the glory. We know that you are God and you are God by yourself. Lord, as you're about to proceed this morning in your word, as you're about to share with ourselves today, we pray that you strongly let your hand be upon us, that you touch our mouth with a coal of fire, that we will not say a word of our own, that everything said this morning shall be a blessing, it shall add value, it shall change destinies, in Jesus' mighty name. Amen. 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 And I pray for all those who are connected, those who are listening right now, that you strengthen and be with them. In Jesus' mighty name. Amen. Amen. This is Talktolife. Early morning unlimited inspiration with Pastor-Rotimi-Adedokun. Welcome back. I'm up. Welcome back. This is Talk to Life, Early Money Unlimited Inspiration with Rotimi-Adedokun. I started this morning with a powerful word. I never heard it like that. That if you are rightly connected, you'll be easily be promoted. So promotion in life is not a function of what you can do. It's a function of where you are connected from your source. And the first connection you have in life is your family. You're connected to you are from your father. No, you are from God through your father and being taken care of by your mother. Help me with that. You are from God and you come to this earth through your father, but taken care of by your mother. So when you are rightly connected, you will be easily promoted. I think that's a word for somebody. That's a word for somebody. So I pray that the hand of God be upon us. So today, I'll be sharing with you on the subject of family, or you call it household, regardless of whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you get the message and let that message change your story in Jesus' name. So yesterday, we talked about something powerful. We talked about mother. 2 days ago, we talked about father. And I want to know, wherever you are watching me from, whether you're on Facebook page or Facebook, what do you call it? Anywhere you are, it doesn't matter. Wherever you are, my question to you right now, what did you learn yesterday? And today, what did you learn? What did you learn? You know, some of the things that I talked about when I went back to go and, do some listening to myself, and I realized that this word to be repeated, if not twice, at least once. You're supposed to hear it again. So, if you have anything you want to say, go ahead and type it and share your feelings and whatever you think is right. But just know that in everything that you do, God will take care of business, either for or against. So today, on the subject of family, household, however you want to put it, God cannot even do anything without calling his family. That was the reason, if I'm not wrong, that we started with father. I think it's on Thursday. And we did mother yesterday. It was powerful. There's something that makes me cry, and that was one I did yesterday. Because most of what God has achieved through me today are product of the things that my mother ensured that I found through God. You are listening to me right now. This is one of the investments of somebody. Wherever you are around the world, are you in Africa? Are you in Asia? Are you in Pacific Island? Are you in Australia? Are you in, wherever, South and North America? It does not matter. What matters is this. What really matters is this, that you are hearing and you are being blessed. So don't worry about where you live. I just want to know, what are the things that you learned yesterday? What are the things that you heard? What are the things that you know that add value to you? And why am I asking all this? I just don't want to be speaking to an empty barrel. I don't want to be freshening water with a basket. I don't want to be doing things without doing them right. I want to hear your feedback. I want to hear what you think. I want to see how I can make it better the next time. So, once again, I think we need to pray right now. Let's go on a short break. When I come back, we come and start on the subject of family, or you call it household. Thank you. Welcome back. This is Talktolife, early morning unlimited inspiration with Rotimi-Adedokun. Wow. You know, God is a good God. No matter what the people call him, he's God. He does not need your consent. He does not need your approval to be God. Either you believe or you don't, is God. He will be God forever. Not for now, but forever. No matter what you call him, it does not matter. He's a good, good Father. There is no one that can be compared with him. He's the Alpha and Omega, Ancient of Days, they call him. He's so big that nobody can know how big it is. And he's so small that he can fit into your heart if you allow him. His name is God. He's Jehovah. He's the one that makes us to come this far in that thing that we do. So when people leave you, God is still with you. He is a God, and he's God by himself. So this morning, we give this state to God to have his way, and let everything on earth give thanks to him. So today, because of time, just go straight down into the subject of family. So God could not do anything without calling people. Who are those people that he was calling? I believe it's his family. Genesis chapter 1, verse 26. And the Bible even confirmed in 1 John chapter 5, verse 12. 1 John chapter 5, verse 12. But there are three that bear witnesses in heaven. It's the Father, the Word, and the Holy Spirit. And these three are one. So good family, they are not just spreading, they are still one. One in agreement, one in their understanding, one in how they live their life. Because of time, I think I have two definitions of family here. And I call it number one as a family is the compensation from God. So when you have a family and you can hold on to your family, that means God has compensated you. It's not everybody who can build a family. When I mean a family, for your family to work, your marriage must work. So when you have a family, that means you have a marriage. A family is not father living in one place, mother living in one place. No. A family is not something that husband is coming on one. No. Family is a combination of a father, children, let me take that again. Father, mother, and children. Don't allow somebody else to tell you something else. So, family is the compensation from God. You must have done something or you desire it by looking up to God. It's a compensation from God to make you to duplicate heaven's purpose. When God compensates you with good family, he wants you to duplicate the purpose of heaven on the earth, thereby dominating, growing, and replenish your world. So when one of the things that you know that God has shown you favor, one of the things that you know that God has shown you favor is when God blesses you with good family. If you are a lady, God gives you a man that knows him, that can work with you. If you are a man, God gives you a beautiful lady. Because not just beautiful outside, but she's beautiful inside. She fears God, she can support you, she can manage with you. Before God changes everything. So I'll say that again. A family is a compensation from God to duplicate heaven's purpose on the earth, thereby dominating, growing, and replenish your world. Number two, definition of family. Family is a place, it's a place where you are welcome. I love that. It's a platform where you shine. And it's a starting point for your greatness. I will do that again. Family is a place where you are welcome. No matter how things goes worse. Mr. Paul Kunle, wow. He said, God bless you, sir. Thanks for your inclusiveness. Oh, that's a big English. I celebrate you, Mr. Kunle. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Am I inclusive in the area of husband, wife, or family, or telling people to contribute? Let me know, because I want to get better. If you know that I'm doing something right, let me know. If you're trying to be specific, I would really love that. So, definition number 2, family is a place where you are welcome. Number 1, it's a platform where you shine. So for you to shine outside, you must first shine inside. Anything that can never be bought from your family can never be purchased, or you can never be patronized outside. So family is a place where you test it. I love that. Family is a place where you test it. You test your life. If you are wrong dealing with people inside, you will surely be wrong dealing with people outside. If you are wrong, the way you carry your wife, the way you respect, you cannot see a responsible boy who knows that his mother matters to him. He will not abuse somebody's father. You cannot show me a responsible boy who knew that his father means so much to him, and you see him abusing somebody's father. So anyone who can be so low to abuse somebody's father, either on any social media platform, either in the secret place, is a sign that that person does not come out from a good family. Forget about it. We can see picture, we can see video. Let me tell you something. Any footage that you see can be staged. Did you hear what I said? Anything that you see on the internet can be staged. You will see some ladies, their husband just beat them, and they will go and carry phone and say, hey, me and my hobby. It's a lie. That man just slapped her. So, anything that can be seen on the internet can be staged. I want it all, please. So I don't believe on internet. That's why I don't post my family picture there. Because it's all lies. It's all lies. The people who design it for show. So it's for show. That is why what you posted yesterday is useless today. If you want the likes, the following today, you must keep it up. So how long can you do that? So, I've built up many things that I've written that I can't even post. So don't believe the internet. So I would say, if you can abuse somebody's father on the internet, that means you don't have a father. As a matter of fact, I will call it the way it is. Only bastard will abuse somebody's father. I don't care your belief. If you are from a good family, it will reflect how you talk, how you behave. When I was living for America in Nigeria, Mohammed International Airport at Lagos, I was followed by my mother. One of the mother that I respected is my mom's friend, and our firstborn, my older sister. I think she was 10 years older than me, and they followed me to the airport. And after my mother prayed for me, she said something. Rotimi, remember the son of whom you are. Anytime you allow people to point to your family in a wrong way, that means two things are involved. Either you are trained and you refuse training, or you are not trained and you are living by yourself. I will say that again. It's either you are trained or you refuse the training, or you just decided to live a life without any box. You break out. So family is a place where you are welcome. Good family. They might not go outside to rebuke you, but from inside they will beat you. Not physically, if it's necessary, good. But they will tell you what you did was wrong. They can cover you up, so family covers. Amen. They can cover you up, but they will correct you inside. Because what happened, a time is coming that your family will be distributed everywhere. But those values that has been imbibed in you will be a carriage. So family is a place where you are welcome. Number 2, it's a platform that you first shine. It's a platform that you first shine. You can never shine outside until you first shine inside. Show me a public speaker, and I will show you somebody who speaks for more. That his father did not shut him down. They say, hey, don't say this, adjust this, adjust this. It's a place where you are welcome. It's a platform where you first shine. And it's a starting point for your greatness. Let me tell you something. The Bible said when the mother of Jesus, Luke chapter 2, verse 9, they went back to Jerusalem to go and pick Jesus, and went in, told them, wouldn't you know God to be about my fathers? My mother, the word of God said, his mother was observing him. They kept the greatness. Say, this is greatness. This is greatness. So family is a place of test. Not test you, but you are testing what you are taking outside. Listen, God has a family. That's why they call him God the head. Jesus came from a family, produces a family, and leave a family behind. Jesus came from a family. God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit. When he came, and in a physical year, listen, God could have just let, John, or Joseph, I take that back, Joseph to divorce Mary. But he said, no, you must go, you must be a father to the kid that you are not responsible for. No, biologically. Even God understands that Jesus might not be able to fulfill the purpose without a man, part of the family that have been there. Because every family has responsibility. Every family has responsibility. Responsibility to what? Somebody to guide. A little Jesus was guided. The Bible said when they came to say, son, why did you trouble us? We have been looking for you. He said, why don't you be about my father's business? And he said later, he followed them. You see, a good family, there is order. So a good family produces order, or a good family, inside a good family is order. You don't do what you like, you do what is right. You don't do what you feel like, you do what you must do. So God the Father has a family, Jesus produces a family, and the Holy Spirit is a member of the family. So if you decided not to have a family, who are you? Whose part are you trending? 1 John chapter 5 verse 17, verse 7, sorry. 1 John chapter 5 verse 7, it said, for there are three that bear witnesses in heaven, the Father, the Word, and the Holy Spirit. And these three are one. Did you see that? So they witness to what God has done. So in family is check and balances. Not to create friction, but to create honor, support. So what the mistake I cannot catch, no, it cannot go past it. Somebody must catch it. Call them quality control in big organization. In Genesis chapter 1 verse 26, the Bible said, God said, let us, not let me. So there are some family Jesus Christ is talking to. Maybe Jesus, maybe Holy Spirit, maybe, who knows? Come, let us make man in our image according to our likeness, so that we have dominion over the fishes, over the birds of the herd, over the cattle, over the earth, and over every creeping thing that creep on the earth. Listen, without a family, you might never produce to capacity. Family brings settlement. It helps you with picture. God said, no, I can't do this by myself. I need support. So family is your first support. And let's go straight to the nugget. The nugget of family. Number one, family makes you to think. If you have a good family, You'll be thinking, what can I add to this family that make it better? Number 2, family makes you to re-strategize your life. Life is about strategy. What you do and don't do really matters to destiny. So family is a place where you see that what you don't like, you say, hey, if I grow up, there's something that I saw growing up, I said, no, I don't want to do that. So family makes you not just re-strategize, not just think. Family makes you to grow. We grow together. You know, my little boy and my girl, we rolled on it, but yesterday I twisted my ankle, that the pain was severe. If you ever watched me yesterday, this is where I sat down, because I have a highs on it. But to God be all the glory, we are back. So, life is about growth. It's what I said all that to say that it was I was playing with my children. That was where I twisted my ankle. So family makes you to think, is this what I want? They not make you to re-strategize. You must have been strategized before plan. They make you to do it again. Because when your consideration is to make $1 million, but if you have 10 dependents and you have promised that you're going to give them $100,000 each, then that means you have given them what? $1 million. So when you know you want to help, family will say, no. We got to do something here. You got to think, what can I offer? How can I better? So think, re-strategize, and growth. Growth. What is growth? Anytime you have a family, every one of you grow together. The children grow, the mother, the father, they're all learning, everybody's learning. So the thing that you saw growing up, is that chances you're going to pass it the way you raise your kid, the way you talk to your wife, the way you talk to your husband, the way you have a time with your children. So it's not enough that you grow together. Good family makes you to learn. There are many things you will learn in your children growing up. And you learn in your own self too. So when they leave you one day to go and marry, to go and start their life, you have what happened. There are things that you have learned that you need to put in place. So good family makes you to think, re-strategize, grow, and learn. Last one, good family makes you to revisit your life, behave it, and work hard to become example and sample. Good family makes you to think. When nothing challenges you in your family, then you are in the wrong place. You're supposed to think. Number 2, family makes you to re-strategize. If you are 30 and you don't have anything in savings and you're about to have kids, what that means for you is to sit down and say, hey, this is what I think. So you grow with family, you strategize with family, you grow, you think, you grow, you strategize, you learn, and you revisit your behavior, your hard work, and everything around you. Because it's about you, it's not about them. So that what I shared with you was just the secret of family. Let me share with you right now the nugget of family. So your family is your portion. Your family is your portion. Number 2, your family is your first political party whose member will support your manifesto. Wow, I love that. So you cannot hide away. If your wife, Jeff Bezos, when he got, when he's ready to start Amazon, the first person that he shared with was his wife, and she gave him a good, example of what is possible. And when I haven't discussed about it, the wife of Jeff Bezos said yes, and there will be critics here and there, but Amazon has Amazon, which is Jeff Bezos, which is the founder of Amazon. God has blessed him right now, regardless of what somebody might not believe that it's God. But I believe it's God. What I'm trying to say is this: you have to sell it first in your family. The first support that you got is your family. It's your first political party that will give you what support for your manifesto. Number 3, family is your first friend that you can trust. Family is your first friend that you can trust. You should be able to trust your father, trust your mother, trust your siblings. They're going to do things to hurt you. You will never believe when you get that. But that does not mean that you should not trust them. Because if you can't cover them up right now, they will expose you tomorrow. If you cannot cover their wrong up right now, they will expose you. So when you grow together, they trust you, you are building synergy, you are building capacity, you are building tenacity, then you guys will cover each other up. You need to grow up and trust. You need to grow up and don't stay for things to happen. You make them happen. Wow, I celebrate Mr. Oriade Oyenusi. He's Oriade from Araromi, Side C, Ilaje local government, Ondo State. First timer. I celebrate you, sir. My name is Rotimi. Let me pin that, being a first timer. Thank you so much. Try and share this on your page. Let somebody be blessed. And if you want to watch more of our videos, go to NewDawnTV. NewDawn Together TV on YouTube. You will see a lot of stuff that we have talked about. Today, if you're just joining us, it's 105 days. 105 days that we show up here daily to be able to add value to mankind. Somebody shout hallelujah. So, family, take care of your family and they will take care of you. Trust them and they will trust you. Number 4, the nugget of family. Families are the team that wants you to succeed. Because when you succeed, they succeed. Team is not group and group is not team. Group is a combination of people without a common goal and without a mission. Group. But team, what about team? It's just opposite of group. There's a vision, there's a common goal. So when you build a good family, you're actually investing in teamwork. And when your teamwork has got to the peak, then you succeed. Because when everybody in the team knows what to do and ability to do it regardless, what happens? It will happen to you too. So, because of time, let me quickly share with you what happens when you don't have a family. Some people say, no, I just want to be single for life. But during Thanksgiving, you go back to your family there. You go and stay with somebody. No. When time you are celebrating anything, you just say, oh, family time. No. Listen to this. You needed a family. Psalm 68 verse 6. Psalm 68 verse 6. God said the solitary in family. God said, no, you cannot afford to be single. You cannot afford to be lonely. Psalm 68 verse 6. God said it's solitary in family. He brings out those who are bound in prosperity, but the rebellion draws in a land, in a dry land. So God said, no, I can't watch you be single. I better put you what? In a family now. So what happens if you don't have a family? Number one, without family, you have no support. Families are your support. Number two, without family, you are without team. Now, I told you the purpose of team. They have a vision, they have common goal. That's not support. Somebody can support you and cry with you. But here you may, with this one, we're teaching on business. That's what makes me to be careful about the word I chose. So without family, you don't have a team. No one is working with you. You are working with nobody. So you can achieve little or nothing. So without family, you have no support. Without family, you have no team. Without family, you lack posterity. Posterity is the life when you are no more here. Posterity and your children that you have duplicated yourself into. So without family, you lack posterity, not prosperity. Posterity. Number 4, without family, you will produce lesser than is expected of you. Wow. Without family, you produce lesser. Do you know what that means? 1 will kill 1,000, 2 will kill 10,000. Look at that. So without family, you are by yourself, no support. You have family, you without team, no one wants to work with you. So without family, you have no support. Without family, you have no team. Without family, you have no posterity. Without family, you produce less than it's expected. And without family, you have no expansion. I'm from the family of Adedokun. We are 8 in the family. I happen to be the only son. I have 5 elder sisters, 2 younger sisters. All of us are married. So they got married. So there are 7 men added to my family. And we have 8, men, including me. So from 8, you must have multiplied to 16. And they all have kids. At least each one of us have 2 children. So 16 times 2, that's 32. 32 plus 16 again, that's 48. So from 2 people comes this number. So expansion is not there when you don't have a family. And in the same way, expansion for your family. Expansion in your business, because of family, God will release his blessing upon you. So, I live in America. Some of you don't know, I'm just telling you the truth right now. There's nothing to hide about it. And there are some people that are here that said, no, they don't want they don't want family. They don't want the kids, it's okay. They have the right to choose. But where I came from in Africa, family is good. And the Bible confirmed it. That he said the solitary, he said them in family. It's in the Bible in Psalm 68, verse 6. Look at what happened in Genesis chapter 7. Genesis chapter 7, verse 1. So then the Lord said to Noah, come into the ark, you and all your household. Do you see that? So the word household can be turned to family. Come, you and your household, not only you. So everyone, maybe you are the most blessed person in your family. I want you to push some more and say, God, as you've done it for me, do it for others. It means only one rich man among 6 poor people. As a matter of fact, that man is a poor person too. Yes. So let's go back. Without family, you have no support. Without family, you have no team. Without family, you have no posterity. You have family, you have no. So, because of time, let me go straight to 5 things to do in a family. 5 things. If you are single right now, like I said, check my video yesterday. It was on mother. Check it 2 days ago. It was on father. So I put father, mother, and now also, because the combination of both men and female, that's what produces a household. It also includes your children, the father, the mother, things like that. Genesis 24 verse 4. That was when Abraham called one of the slaves and told him to go and bring wife for his own son Isaac. He said, among his family. So even for you to get married, you have to consider family. Somebody said, okay, this person doesn't go to church, or maybe in your own case, he doesn't go to church, mosque. Marry somebody that you believe. Don't marry because you want to marry. Marry somebody you have the same faith. I can never marry a Muslim. I cannot do it. I can't marry somebody we don't speak the same language. You know, I live in America, and I said, God forbid, God forbid. I'm married now, and I thank God for it. If I'm not married, I cannot marry a white girl, an American girl. Don't let me, I'm sorry about a white girl. I wasn't referring to complexion. Anyone that is, maybe they're born here, and they have abide with the rules and regulations here, it's inside, it flows in their body. No, nothing is wrong. There are some of them that's very, you know, they have their doctrine, they have everything, but you highly find it. I'm not just a man of God. I'm a man, and I have African background. And I believe, and I haven't lived here for 8 years, I think God, going by African standard, that there's somebody is in charge, your head, your husband, followed by the mother, and the mother, the children, and everybody, and everything goes. It works. I know Nigeria is trying to follow a pattern that they don't know about. You cannot catch up with divorce rate in America. You cannot catch up with it. What am I trying to say? Let me tell you something. People don't, that's what is happening in Nigeria right now. It's a function of the movie people are watching. That they don't know it's a script that is written by somebody. That you see people, you know, stopping an elderly person and showing forth their own view about life. Nothing is wrong if you have a view. But know that everything that you sow, you will reap. If you know how to abuse elderly people on the platform that you want to showcase something that you know, you will reap. Because a time is going to that you will grow. And as you see that you have sown, what happened? We come. Now, what people don't know is that if you see a woman abusing her husband, or a husband who doesn't care about wife, listen, life is a seed. I'm not saying this for you to believe me. I'm just saying the reality of life. Life is a seed. Everything that you sow, you will reap. If you disrespect an elderly person, because there is $5 or what they call it, 500 naira, you can buy what they call it, data, and go online and just say whatever you want. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And when it gets your turn, it shall be double of the seed. You abuse a man of God, you are by yourself. So look at what happened in Acts chapter 16, verse 29 to 31. There's this jailer. If you know the story of Paul and Sarah, yes, the jailer almost killed himself, and he said, "Hey, you don't need to kill yourself. We are all here." And he responded, he said, "Turn on the lights." And he fell down before Paul and Sarah and asked this thing. He said, "What must I do to be saved?" This guy saw a miracle of God, and he was perplexed. He had never seen something like that before. And he asked, he said, "What shall I do to be saved?" Look at the response that they gave it to him, verse 31 of Acts chapter 16. He said, "So they said, believe on the Lord Jesus Christ, and you will be saved." Wow, that is awesome, right? It doesn't end there. Say, you and your household. Did you see that? So I challenge you this morning to pray for your children. I challenge you this morning to pray for your wife. I challenge you this morning to pray for yourself, to make sure, because if you are not good as a man, you can never contribute goodness to people's life. A jailer who was afraid to die. What am I saying? The family, the Lord will give it to you. And if you are watching me right now around the world anywhere, and you know that you have lost your family, maybe to anything, maybe to divorce or to anything, I don't care what that thing is. But God said, I will restore the year that the locust has eaten, the palmerworm and the caterpillar said, a great army has set among you. He said, my people shall eat in plenty and be satisfied. I pray in the mighty name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth for supernatural restoration of your family. Anyone who is going through divorce right now, by the power in the name of Jesus, may heaven rectify everything that is wrong. Whatever is possible by God, shall be witnessed on the earth. And everything that the evil one has done shall be corrected in the mighty name of Jesus. What am I talking about? I'm talking about that you cannot compare your family. You need a family. You cannot substitute for it. You need a family. I pray upon you, Joel chapter 2, verse 25. It says, so I will restore to you the year that the swarming locust has eaten, the crawling locust, the consuming locust, and the chewing locust. He said, my great army which I sent among you, verse 26, you shall eat in plenty and be satisfied. I pray that you watching me right now, you shall eat in plenty and be satisfied. You and your household, in the mighty name of Jesus. You shall eat in plenty and be satisfied. You and your household, in the name of Jesus. The man will be responsible. The woman will never be braggadocious. The kids, they will listen to you. In the mighty name of Jesus. Everything that looks so low today, that is giving you concern in your life, by the power that's in the name of Jesus, your family will enjoy the peace of God. So, because of time, what do you need to do as a family? 5 things you need to do. 1, develop a plan for your family. In the next decade, that we're going to start by January 1st, 2021, what's going to be for you at the end of the decade? If God tarries by year 2030, December 31st, what do you want to see happen? My goal is to become a millionaire. If I say millionaire, I'm not talking about naira. I've passed that stage. I'm talking about millionaire. Go and check the definition of millionaire. Somebody who has million, not in naira, in dollar, pound sterling, and euro. It was my son the other day that was showing me that there are many currency who are more than these 3 currency. But develop a plan for the next decade, for the next 5 years. What about 2? What about 3? No, what about you start with the first quarter? You say, hey, Rotimi, this quarter has gone, this is the 3rd quarter. Okay, what about you set goal for the next 100 days or 91 days, however you want to put it, just to be able to end this year well. Like I said, if you don't know what to do, you are confused. I'm a coach. I'm a life coach. You can contact us. I need our email or place. My NewDawnTV. Contact us. We are setting up a plan for people, to mentor them, and you might be part of it. As a matter of fact, if you're ready, type "I am ready" to that email that will be sent to you, and I can set up a Zoom one-on-one meeting. I can give you 30 minutes for free. If you're interested around the world, please come join me. Develop a plan for your family. Number 2, support one another. Support one another. I want the email to be done in small capital, please. Support when somebody is doing good. Don't see the member of your family as a competitor. Thank God my brother is doing well. Yes. You know, the prodigal son, a lot of people think Luke chapter 15 is about the prodigal son. No, it's about the elder brother of his prodigal son. He is the main point there. But that's not what we are teaching today. So develop a plan for your family. Support each other. Number 3, conceive a vision for your family. See the possibility that in the next 5 years, we will not need to worry about money again. All our kids will go to school without student loan. When our son and our daughter is graduating and they are getting married, we are giving them a house. I wanted to do that. Conceive a vision. Let something be in front of you as a father, as a mother, as your children. Call your children and share with them. Share with them. Share your vision. You know, Joseph was an example of this. When he got that vision, he shared with everybody. Share. Number 3, compensate their efforts. Number 4, compensate their efforts. Compensate their, we live in part of Africa that I came from. People say it's for family, and they don't teach their children about money making. It was Dame Ramsey that said he does not give his children money. He made them to work for the money. And out of the money that they work for, they take out their own tithe and offering. I want you to know something. Anything that you do not build up or compensate for cannot last. So compensation makes it last. Compensation makes it last. You want to see it last? Compensate for it. Visualize it. Support somebody. And develop a plan. So number 5, work together. Work together as a family. Trust in each other. So trust now. I'm jumping to verse 7 now. So work together. Go and look at the story of Walmart. Walmart is a family-owned business. The children still sustain it today. Think about it. Paint a picture to your children. Paint a picture. Show them. Let them see the possibility. Hey, this is what we are working on. We are working on $1 million. And this is what we're supposed to get every year. But let them see, why is it that people produce the same, life beget life? But for you to break out of normal, you have to say not abnormal things. You have to make an abnormal move, and you have to do abnormal things for you to break out of normal. You use abnormal words to believe abnormal things and take abnormal steps. I want it to be up. For you to break out of the chain, you have to say abnormal things. Say abnormal things. Sometimes you live in an abnormal way and take abnormal steps. If you are doing it the same way, it can never have a change. Same thing produces same result. If you want anything to change, Jim Rohn said you have to change. If you don't change, nothing changes. Some of you right now, you know the way you are living. This is not what you want for yourself. Then start gathering your family. Talk to your wife, talk to your children, and say, hey, things might not be working well like this, but this is what's going to happen. Bishop Oyedepo talk to his wife, hey, stay with me, and things will happen. Apostle John Suleiman said, talk to his wife, stay with me, and things will happen. Everything that you cannot talk about, you cannot picture, cannot happen. Things work better in the realm of the spirit. So number one things you need to do with your family is to plan together, support one another, conceive a vision, compensate effort, work together. Number 6 is to retain the spirit. Retain the spirit. Retain the spirit. You know, it is not enough that you are a firebrand. It is much more good that your children are. Train them. Don't make them comfortable right now. If they do, they will lose the purpose. Because your future matters to you. No, their future, which is your posterity. So write it down. Your future, no. Your posterity is your children's future. So I'm talking about as a family right now. Your posterity. The spirit is wrongly spread, please. It's spirit. So your own posterity, what happens when you leave is the future of your children. So you are guiding your absence, you are guiding them into their future. Did you see that? Everything works together. So Pastor David Oyedepo has been in Canada for a long time. What is he learning there? Normally, pastors are supposed to rotate out. But this is the next generation. I wish somebody can just go past what you see and think about what you don't see. That is how greatness are born. I will say that again. For you to birth greatness, you have to go past what you can see. What can you see? Why? Think past it. Then I know another greatness is born. What am I talking about today? Things you need to do with your family. Call your father, call your mother, play this message to them. You have to have a plan. What is the plan? What are we doing? Support one another. Conceive a vision, family vision. Compensate each other's effort. Once you have achieved anything, hey, watch movies together, go out together, buy things. You don't need to spend big money to do it together. Little here and there, it's okay. $20, $30. Work together. Whatever you are doing, let your children help in it. Let them know about it and retain the spirit. Let them do it in your absence. That's when you retain it. Your retainership is a function of teaching that you supervise. Like I said, you must inspect what you expect. I will say that again. You must inspect what you expect. So if you want to retain the spirit, you must teach them and watch them do it. Teach them, watch them do it. Teach them, watch them do it. Teach them, watch them do it. Assumption is the mother of frustration. You can never produce whatever you don't intentionally build. You can never produce what you don't intentionally build. You can never produce what you don't intentionally build. Life is about intentionality. You can never produce what you don't intentionally build. You can never produce what you don't intentionally build. You can never produce what you don't intentionally build. Life is intentional. You can never produce what you don't intentionally build. Let that sink in somebody's life. You can never see an A student without an A diligence. And you can never see a failure without a what? Failure diligence. Don't you know to fail is a diligence. Ability to just sit and say you are doing nothing. I don't feel like doing anything. I just want to lay it and walk. Because your heart pumps. Your veins moves. Your brain thinks. They are telling you to stand up. You are forcing them on the bed. Is it everything is work? Either laziness or hard work. Can it be up? Everything is work. Either laziness or hard work. So you might think, no. So you want to produce next generation who will carry out. He said each generation will praise the glory of the Lord, right? Why? Why will the next generation catch up with it? Why? The next generation will only catch up with it when they see you do it. So never you show you are the example. Rather, show the people the sample. And the sample will only come if you are the example. Did you see that? And that is why everybody that can then eat an apple. So be the example, produce a sample, then give everybody to eat the apple. That apple is the product of what you do that they can see. What you do that they can see. So I say that again. Be the example. Then you can produce, show them the sample. When you show them the sample and they live by it, then everybody will eat the apple. Amen. So, develop a plan, support one another, conceive a vision, compensate your family, compensate one another. I think that's the best way to say it. Compensate one another, work together, retain the spirit, and number 7, trust in God together. Trust in God together. Any generation that have missed God don't have a family. It's not in what you do, it's what you do when you are no more there. My parents instilled in me. It was tough. I tried. My biological parents. And when I moved to Winners, I learned from afar what Bishop Adedokun. I don't care what anybody said. Bishop Adedokun is a legend. He's a father. And anyone that abuse him, that talk him down, that person is handed over to the court of heaven for instant judgment. That's what I would say. So, this morning, everybody, remember your household matter. Pray for them. If they are yet to know Jesus, like that man, say, what shall I do to be saved? He said, hey, believe in the Lord Jesus Christ, you shall be saved and your household. So pray for them, intercede for them. Can you help us? I think it's Nehemiah 4:14. Nehemiah chapter 4 verse 14 and Nehemiah 4:14 and what do you call it? And Joshua chapter 2 verse 11, 12, 13. Let me confirm it. Nehemiah in chapter 4, he was telling these people, he said, listen, what about? Okay, I think I'm right. He said, I looked and I rose and said to the noble, to the leaders, and to the rest of the people. He said, do not be afraid of them. Remember the Lord, great and awesome. He said, fight for your brethren. You see, fight for your family, fight for your son, fight for your daughter, fight for your wife, and fight for your house. You see that? So nothing works by just sitting down. Everything that works, you must fight for it. You must fight for it. You must fight for it. Nothing just work because, hey, somebody, no. Everything that works because somebody is working it. So what am I trying to say? If Nehemiah can say, he said, listen, what we are about to build is a fight. So do build this by fighting. Fighting. The Bible said down the line, it says some are fighting, some are working with one hand and take sword on the other side. He said they did not go to, what do they call it? They did not change the cloth. So, I think somebody should take to learn that. I think somebody should learn for that. Let's go on a short break. When I come back, I'll be asking you what's your take today. Talk to life. Welcome back. This is Talktolife, early morning unlimited inspiration with Pastor-Rotimi-Adedokun. Here I help you to see the things God has provided and what you need to do. So when provision comes alongside with responsibility, life will not just give you what you desire, life will give you what you deserve. Today is September 13th, and I'm on the subject of family, or you call it household. I've given you everything, but I think I need to add this scripture to it. In Judges chapter 2, verse 12 to 13. Sorry, I take that back. Joshua chapter 2, verse 12 to 13. These harlots that they was talking about in Hebrews chapter 11, how could an harlot meet up with the list of great people? Why? Anyone who is a family-oriented person, that person will do good. You will do good. You will do good. Look at what I'm Joshua chapter 2, verse 12 to 13. He said, now I beg you. She was speaking, the lady. He said, now therefore I beg you. He said, swear to me by the Lord, since I have shown you kindness, that you also show kindness to my father's house. Did you see that? To my father's house. And give me a true token and spare my father, spare my mother, spare my brothers, spare my sister, and all that they have, and deliver our life from death. An harlot interceded. An harlot interceded. And you are a Christian, you cannot intercede. An harlot interceded. I don't know who is listening to me right now. An harlot interceded. An harlot interceded. Let that sing. Harlot interceded for our family. Harlot interceded for our family. I don't know who is advising you right now. They say you should turn away from your family. No, they need you. You need them. They need you. You need them. They are your family. And God is not a mistake God. God is a good, good Father. God is a good, good Father. So this morning, please, Nehemiah chapter 4, verse 14, Joshua chapter 2, verse 12 and 13 are the scripture that I'm giving you today, alongside with the 7-pointer that you need to do with your. If you are single, write it down and share it with the person you want to get married to. You develop a plan together as a family. This is what we're going to do. Support one another. Conceive a vision. Compensate each other. Work together. Retain the spirit and trust in God. God bless you, everybody. This one I'm going to draw the curtain today. Do you have anything you want to share? Are you on YouTube? Are you on Facebook? And you know you've catch up with something that I've said today, please send your message. I'm right here. And if you know that you have any question for me, please, I want the email to be up one more time. I want the email up, please. God bless everybody. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. What do you think? What are you thinking? What have you heard? What have you heard? Any person? Okay. What have you heard? What have you heard? What have you heard? So, in the absence of no question, if you're on YouTube, please send your question here. I see you have like 2 minutes to be able to run the whole thing up. And if you don't have any question, remember you can catch up with me on Zoom too. Can you just please flash the Zoom stuff So let people get the information. And you want to talk, you want people to hear you, you can, join me on Zoom. Just display it, let people see it, please. And the information is still the same to the end of this month. So let me know. So in the absence of no questions, so the information for Zoom is right there. That we catch up on Facebook. I'm Facebook Live, on Facebook page. That's our YouTube, and any other thing that you want to know. Like I said, know that you are designed for royalty and you cannot afford to settle for less. Once again, my name is Pastor-Rotimi-Adedokun. Thank you, and I celebrate you, and I celebrate with you. God bless you. What's offering time? And you know what you're talking about? Joy Choma. Okay. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. I don't know what Joy Choma is talking about. I've never taken offering during Talk to Life. Today is the first day that somebody suggests. I don't know what exactly do you mean with that offering time. So this is 105 days. You can go and check the track record on my Facebook page. Can you put the Facebook information right there? Remove the Talk to Live banner, please. Let somebody see my face. Chema Joy, I don't know what you're talking about. I've never been led to have to get offering from people. If it is during service, yes, we take offering because it's a church. I'm a pastor. So I don't know what you're talking about by offering time. We've never taken offering during Talk to Life. You can see it. Put our name on Facebook that people can see the Pastor-Rotimi-Adedokun. Either you follow on Facebook with that. So thank you, everybody. I'll see you same time tomorrow, 1 a.m. Central Time in United States, and going to be 7 a.m. in Nigerian time. God bless you. I'll see you tomorrow. And please, let's copy the handle. I'm Rotimi-Ade. Let it be for Twitter, Twitter and Instagram for those who want to join. God bless you.